Welcome to TJ Works Wood, everybody. My name's TJ, and today we're going to be building blast gates. These are really cool. It's 4 tools into one vacuum system. I got this from Stumpy Nubs. I'll link down below, but other than that, let's get going and building this thing.
Here I'm just going to use a couple of 4-inch scraps that I had. I think it's cedar, I'm not really sure, but I'm just going to measure out the halfway point of the thickness and then mark the center point, and this is going to be where the vacuum hose attaches, and then these 4 ports here will be where the tools attach. I had to dial in this bit to get the perfect size for the PVC. With a little bit of wiggle room. And once I got that, I can start drilling. Basically what I'm going to do here is drill about halfway through for each one of these ports for the PVC to fit in. And the tools will hook up here. And then on this other piece, it only has one hole. I'm not going to drill this one all the way through, and you'll see why here in a little bit, because we're going to hollow that out. Now this is the kind of middle ground of each blast gate, and it's going to mate up against the vacuum section. And you just drill one direction, flip it over, drill the other direction so there's no tear out. And we're going to do this 4 times for each of the tools. Get reference holes on the other side of the thicker piece so we don't get any tear out. I just manually drilled the holes. Here we're going to work on basically it's a wooden gasket, I guess you could say, that the actual moving parts of the blast gate will sit in. And these are going to separate each of the tool inputs. And to start, I just use simple CA glue and activator and get everything where it's supposed to go. Now that we have the spacers there, I'm going to use this other piece of almost 1/4 inch plywood. It's actually a little thinner than 1/4 inch. So there's no friction. And now we'll start getting the PVC pipes cut and ready to roll. And here I'm just putting a little bit of foam tape to kind of give them the tightest seal that I can. And once we get all those done and foam taped in, I'm just going to put some short screws to make sure they're nice and snug on there. Now we're going to mark the blast gates where they're actually at when they're in. And I want to put these nails as positive stops whenever I open or close the gates. You'll see here, I can't pull the gate all the way out, but I can push it all the way in. So that's going to come in useful. And now we are going to secure everything together, and this is nice because I can get this nice and tight since the actual blast gate pieces of plywood are slightly thinner. They don't get bound up, so I can get the seal nice and tight with screws. And here is what I was talking about. I didn't cut all the way through on the hole for the vacuum hose side because we're going to hollow this piece out, and I don't have any specific measurements. I would say like try to leave 1/4 inch all the way around. And as you can see, I just did both sides, went in a little deep, moved the fence back, and repeat. Just kind of go all the way until there's nothing left. And I was getting some chunks, as you can see, but it worked out, and boom, the second use. One of those squaring corners. Now here we're putting the, I guess you could call framework on, and this is going to be how the top and bottom kind of mate together and sit together. So I'm just putting outside walls on the lower portion, and then we'll get the sides there, and the sides aren't airtight yet. I'll show you. I'm gonna put some caulk there, and then I do this, get everything lined up, so the blast gates sit right there on that edge. And now we have a 4-tool blast gate. Boop, 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 boop. Here I'm just using some, I believe it's silicone caulk, and a vinyl glove, and just gonna kind of squish this all in the corners, work it up and down those corners in the back too. And this gives a pretty significant seal. As you can see, I put it around the piping as well. And here, just for handles, I'm just using some twine, drilled some holes in the blast gate edges there, and yeah, it works pretty well. Now here I'm just putting this into the studs, trying to get it nice and level. And once I got it level, used level, kind of did that by sight pretty well. Now I need to get some brackets to hold up the PVC that's going to be coming to and from this thing. So I just got this piece of plywood, cut the brackets in 2, and this way I have way too many, but if I need them later, I'll have them, I guess. And construction of the brackets is really easy. Just a little 4-inch piece of plywood, get that half, CA glue it, just put a single nail in the back, screw in the back, just to hold it together. As you can see, it holds it pretty well. Now, what we're going to do here is my dust collector vacuum is actually in the cabinet below where this blast gate is going to be, and I've got some insulation around it to keep it nice and quiet. But it does come out the side here and go into this dust stopper. I forget what that one's called. So it's got a flexible piece there. I can get it out. And now here I had to do a little bit of interesting thinking on how I was going to get everything plumbed. But I decided to do this one, which is going to go to a disc sander. I hope I'm going to build one eventually. That one there is going to go over to the oscillating edge sander, and then this short one here is going to go to the miter saw. And then I'm going to build a boom at some point so that 1 second from the left will be in use. Now, my miter saw is notorious for having horrible dust collection, but the gentleman over at Shop Nation sold me a better dust collection solution for this thing. So go check that out. I'll put a link to that in the description as well.
Excuse me?
What's up, buddy?
When are the apple chips ready?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll let you, as soon as they're ready, I'll let you know.
Okay.
You're the first to know.
I love you.
Do what?
I love you.
I love you too. Well, I gotta say, I'm super pleased. I've got everything plumbed up, as you can see, and it all is going to run through this box here, which is something I built that when each tool turns on, open this up, dust collector turns on. It's just a vacuum down under there, and I'm super excited. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, so thanks for watching. If you made it this far, like and subscribe. I'd super appreciate it, and can't wait to see you on the next one. Take it easy.